Welcome to August 27th LeetCode Challenge, longest uncommon subsequence 2. Given an array of strings, return the length of the longest uncommon subsequence between them. If the longest uncommon subsequence does not exist, return -1. An uncommon subsequence between any two array of strings is a string that is a subsequence of one string but not the others. So a subsequence is a string. S is the string that can be obtained after deleting any number of characters from S. So we have an example here. So we have strings A, B, C is a subsequence of this of the string A, E, B, D, C, because you can delete the underlying characters here, E and D, to get the back the string A, B, C. Other subsequences that are possible from A, E, B, D, C include the original, AEB, and the empty string. So basically we want to find the longest uncommon subsequence between them. And here's the condition here. So basically an uncommon subsequence between an array of strings is a string that's a subsequence of one string but not another. So we have an array of strings here, and we want to find the longest uncommon subsequence between them. So that will be 3, because you cannot make a subsequence from another string. For example, you can't make CDC from this string here, and you can't make it from each other. However, if a subsequence does not exist, for instance, you can make it's a common subsequence, such that AA is part of AAA is part of AAA, and AA is part of AAA as well. So you can't make it, so you return -1. So constraints: the length of the string is between 1 to 50. The length of the string itself is between 10. Strings contain the lowercase English letters. Okay. So what I'm thinking for this one is to use a brute force type approach to it, using a sorting type of algorithm, and then we're gonna check to see if it check backwards to see if it fits the subsequence or not, right? If it's common or not. So to do that, let's figure that out. So first thing I'm gonna need is to find the length of the string. So n equals the length of strings. And then I'm going to write I'm going to sort the string itself. So strings.sort. I'm going to write a lambda function here to basically let's see, how am I going to do this? I'm going to sort it in reverse. So there's a couple ways of doing that. I'm going to write it this way. So key equals lambda x such that the length of x. Alright, I'm going to sort it in reverse equals true. Alright, let's see if I have this notation correctly. Yep. Seems good. Alright, next I'm going to do an iterator. So I'm going to iterate through, let's go through this way. So I can either loop through each index within the range of n, or I can loop through, let's go with enumerated strings. So I, A, and enumerate strings. So I'm going to assign each string within the string list a value, an index value, and then I'm going to say substring, so subsequence. So I'm going to call it sub. If the subsequence is false, I'm going to assign a boolean right there, and then I'm going to also do a nested for loop for each. Let's see. So I enumerated the first time to basically find all the strings. Now I'm gonna develop a substring for each of them, a subsequence for all of them. So for J, B, and enumerate strings. What I'm going to do is, if the index I matches with the index j, so they're the same letter, we're going to continue. Right? Now, if the index of A, I'm going to make two more variables here. Let's see. Index of A, index of B, and that's going to be assigned to 0 initially. So we have that loop. So we want the condition where we're going to have to basically find whether the letter at index A and the letter at index B are the same. So we need to find a while statement so that such that index A is less than the length of A and index B is less than the length of B. What we're going to do is, if A at index A equals B at index B, then we are going to increment our index. We're going to move, basically check to see if they are the same, and then if they are, we're going to increment it because it is a subsequence. A plus minus 1, index B 1. That's our if statement. Else, what we want to do is basically only increment the next character index in B, because B is our, so A is basically our original string that we're comparing to see if B has a subsequence of it. And then we kind of have to loop out from this else statement, while statement, and then we do if index A equals the length. So once you iterate through the entire length of our string sequence, and that means that we are done. That means a subsequence exists. So therefore we break, because you don't want to return that. If not a subsequence, then return the length of A, because that's how many uncommon subsequences there exist in the strings. Else, return -1. Everything fails. Everything, if we break out, if the subsequence exists, therefore it's not uncommon, we break out, we return -1. So let's try this out and see if this works. Alright. I knew it. Knew there was something wrong with that one. What am I doing? Sort key equals lambda x such that reverse true. Let's see. Let's try that. Alright, submit. Accepted, awesome. So this one would be big, time complexity is big of n squared, where n is the size of the length of string, times n squared to the power of, let's see, n squared times the size of the length of the the size of the string as well. Let's see, am I correct here? Yeah, it'll be n squared to the power of the size of the length of the of, so it'd be n squared, where n is the how many strings there are in the array, to the power of the longest um, string length of the longest string. Space complexity is that we are it's a big O of constant space because we're keeping everything in a Boolean type fashion here. All right, that's it. Have a great day, guys.